We've had so long to prepare for the end of this tour, and we get to play one last show for you here tonight.
Hold on to your tiaras and touchdown passes, because things are about to get messy in the best way possible. First up, Disney rumors are spinning faster than Rapunzel's hair in a hurricane, with insiders teasing a Tangled update so wild it might just include Taylor Swift as a future princess. And speaking of Taylor, she just dropped the trailer for her final Eras tour, delivering every last tear, cheer, and poetic meltdown Swifties have been waiting for.
I want to thank every single one of you.
Meanwhile, Travis Kelce is crunching numbers on the field and in life, weighing fatherhood while still carrying the Chiefs' offense like a champ. Selena Gomez has stepped in as chief bachelorette strategist, mapping out globe-trotting celebrations that kicked off with a private Thanksgiving for the couple. Now, the gossip mill is buzzing. Taylor's bachelorette is shaping up as a full-on hot girl summer world tour, with stops from New York to Italy, making fans wonder if they'll ever recover from the FOMO.
So they could actually maybe have this ceremony at this resort that's her neighbor, and then later have have the ceremony there and then have a party there, or maybe even like do both.
Disney gossip is getting wilder than Flynn Rider outrunning palace guards on a bad hair day. The buzz swirling around the live-action Tangled reboot is hitting new levels, and insiders are acting like they've just been handed Rapunzel's frying pan of secrets. Disney's been on a roller coaster with these live-action princess makeovers. Some landed like Cinderella at the ball, others tripped harder than Snow White's reboot attempt, but the studio is charging ahead anyway, determined to turn Tangled into its next golden-haired mega moment. The original movie only got more popular over time, and now everyone wants to know who's climbing into Rapunzel's tower. A few familiar names floated around in the past: Sabrina Carpenter, Florence Pugh, even Gigi Hadid before the whole project hit pause. Work is back on track now, and insiders say the testing phase is still going strong for at least 2 more weeks, which means someone is about to get the career-defining invitation to let down their hair. One tipster claimed Ariana Grande has been eyed for the role earlier, but Disney apparently decided she was too old for the part, which feels bold coming from a studio that once pretended a talking candlestick was totally normal. And then there's the curveball everyone's obsessed with, whispers that Disney wants Taylor Swift in the mix as a future princess. No one knows which one, but fans are already imagining her dropping an ice-cold Elsa moment that would basically melt the internet. And Tangled isn't the only thing cooking. Word is that live-action Frozen and Hercules plans are moving behind the scenes too, which means Disney is apparently in its legendary chaos era of rebooting everything not bolted down.
What would excite me about it would be the opportunity to work with Michael Gracie, who is attached to direct the film, because he is just absolutely an extraordinary visionary, and any actor would love to have a collaboration with him.
And speaking of chaos, Taylor Swift is dropping emotional bombs like she's trying to finish off every Swiftie who survived the last era. Taylor just unveiled the trailer for her final Eras Tour screen event, and let's be real, nobody was ready. The clip lands on Disney Plus and instantly turns timelines into puddles, as insiders describe it as the pop star equivalent of a farewell fireworks show with extra sparkle and maximum heartbreak. This grand finale captures the Vancouver stop, the very last bow of a tour that basically ran the world for 2 straight years. In the trailer, Swift addresses the crowd with that mix of gratitude and emotional damage she's known for, acknowledging the weight of the moment like she's singing the last page of a diary the size of a small library. Fans who follow the tour's every twist already know this wasn't just a show, it was a lifestyle, a routine, a personality trait. So of course the trailer feels like someone hitting the slow-mo button on everyone's feelings.
For being a part of the most thrilling chapter of my entire life to date.
And Swift isn't playing around with this release either. This version finally includes the entire Tortured Poets Department segment, the one addition everyone kept complaining was missing from previous cuts. Vancouver was the only stop where the full thing was filmed, so now Swifties get the whole poetic meltdown in one place. Think of it as the missing puzzle piece that completes the emotional devastation she started back in 2024. But Taylor being Taylor, she's doubling the chaos. Alongside the film comes a docu-series dropping the same day, giving fans a backstage pass to everything from rehearsal chaos to creative brainstorming sessions that look like they were fueled by caffeine and sheer determination.
We've had so long to prepare for the end of this tour, and we get to play one last show for you here tonight.
The companion series also drags in familiar faces: Gracie Abrams, Sabrina Carpenter, Ed Sheeran, Florence Welch. Basically half the industry popping in like unannounced guests in a group chat.
I'll be like, aren't you playing a show right now? Yeah, about that. Why aren't you here with us?
I'm somewhere where everyone is screaming so loud.
I'll do the first verse and first chorus. This was a seismic.
And speaking of surprise appearances, Travis Kelce is suddenly thinking about his future like he's the main character in a coming-of-age sports movie nobody saw coming. The guy may be stiff-arming linebackers every weekend, but insiders say he's also daydreaming about dad life and diaper duty like it's the next big play in his career. And honestly, it makes sense. His season has been a full-on circus, and he's still putting up numbers that would make younger tight ends cry into their protein shakes. Kelce remains the beating heart of the Chiefs' offense, hauling in catches and dragging defenders like they're emotional baggage he refuses to check. But at 36, even he knows father time is waiting in the wings like an annoyed substitute teacher. Add in the fact that he's planning a wedding with Taylor Swift, aka the busiest woman on earth, and suddenly the idea of balancing NFL hits with future baby bottles starts feeling like a sitcom nobody has written yet. Insiders whisper that if the couple decides to start a family soon, Kelce might have to hang up the cleats simply because there aren't enough hours in the universe to juggle playoff pushes and parenting with a partner whose schedule stays booked tighter than Super Bowl security. And honestly, the Chiefs aren't ready for that plot twist. Coach Andy Reid is already juggling a shaky season, and losing Kelce right now would feel like someone unplugged the offense mid-drive. The Chiefs are sitting in a painfully mid-6-6 after that Thanksgiving loss, and the AFC is basically a gladiator pit this year. Mahomes has already thrown down the challenge, telling the team, well, more like heavily implying, that perfection is the only option left. The Ravens, Texans, Chargers, it's a gauntlet, not a schedule.
I mean, he's just like the true Chiefs chief. I mean, he is the guy that's been here through the whole thing, been here with Coach Reid the entire time, and he helped set the culture. You know, he helped set the culture of what it means. And
while Travis is juggling touchdown passes and diaper dreams, the rest of the wedding squad is quietly plotting the kind of bachelorette that could rival any Super Bowl halftime show. Selena Gomez has basically gone full party general for Taylor Swift's pre-wedding escapades, turning her recent bride brainpower into a tactical operation for maximum fun. She's on top of every detail, from coordinating multi-city girls trips to sprinkling in those only Taylor would appreciate touches that make the whole thing feel like a pop star version of a spa meets adventure blockbuster. Apparently, the plan is more marathon than sprint, with Swift's bridesmaids, yes, that includes Gigi Hadid and a solid chunk of Taylor's family, scheming over texts, calls, and probably the occasional encrypted group chat. Selena's bringing her recent wifey cred into play too, subtly sprinkling wisdom from her own wedding playbook to ensure Taylor's bachelorette hits legendary status. She's basically a behind-the-scenes fairy godmother, guiding the bride through itinerary chaos without turning it into a spreadsheet nightmare. And after all that bachelorette planning energy, Taylor and Travis apparently decided to keep Thanksgiving on the low-key side this year. With Kelce suiting up for the Chiefs against the Cowboys, the power couple skipped the usual chaos of a family feast and retreated to Rhode Island for a private dinner at Taylor's Watch Hill mansion, basically turning the holiday into an intimate just us moment instead of a full-blown celebrity mashup. The setup was more cozy chic than gold-plated gala, giving Kelce a little piece away from the stadium roar after a season that's been equal parts heroics and headache. Despite the Chiefs dropping a nail-biter 31-28, Travis apparently still managed to snag a touchdown and haul in 5 of 6 passes for 45 yards, proving he can multitask like a pro, catching footballs and being a devoted fiancé simultaneously. Swift, true to form, likely sprinkled the dinner with her signature blend of charm and subtle glam, turning what could have been a quiet meal into a mini celebrity moment worthy of paparazzi dreams. Sources hint the Rhode Island getaway was all about downtime, laughter, and maybe some low-stakes debate over who gets the last slice of pumpkin pie, with 0 cameras and 0 pressure, just 2 humans soaking in a rare chill moment before plunging back into tour de force careers. It's basically the opposite of a chaotic bachelorette or NFL locker room, and that was exactly the point. A little breathing room, a little romantic recharge, and a tiny private escape from the whirlwind of touchdowns, wedding plans, and multi-city girls trips. Taylor's bachelorette isn't just a party, it's basically a globe-trotting extravaganza that could make Coachella look like a backyard barbecue. The rumor mill is calling it a bachelorette world tour, and if you thought her pre-wedding Rhode Island dinner was chill, think again. Swift is apparently planning enough stops, glam squads, and Insta moments to feed an army of fans for months.
So they could actually maybe have this ceremony at this resort that's her neighbor, and then later have have the ceremony there and then have a party there, or maybe even like do both.
The itinerary reads like a checklist of ultimate fun, jetting between New York, Nashville, Italy, and the Bahamas, mixing chill spa days, cocktails with the crew, and maybe a few spontaneous dance-offs on foreign beaches. It's less about a single night of chaos and more about creating a multi-stop hot girl summer experience that basically doubles as a world tour without the tour bus. The squad, Selena Gomez, Gigi Hadid, and Taylor's family, are reportedly running around coordinating flights, suites, and secret activities like a small army of party planners on Red Bull. Even the insiders are whispering that the bachelorette content might end up being juicier than the wedding itself, with enough jaw-dropping moments to flood feeds and make Swifties feel like they're getting a VIP backstage pass to every laugh, toast, and champagne pop. And apparently, Taylor and Travis are keeping most of it hush-hush, so the anticipation is basically at peak can't look away from the group chat levels. If the Rhode Island Thanksgiving was the appetizer, this bachelorette extravaganza is the full-course feast. Wild, glamorous, chaotic in the best way, and designed to give everyone exactly what they didn't know they needed. Proof that Taylor doesn't do small scale, even when she's technically off-duty. Insiders are hyped, fans are counting down, and honestly it feels like the kind of event where the FOMO alone should come with a warning label. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.